Am I the a-hole? My roommate wife is begging me not to divorce. Odd title, I know. I 31 male and my wife 35 female have been married for 4 years, together for 8. We were never huge on X, but we had it quite regularly until 6 months ago. There has been zero intimacy, except a few awkward stiff kisses I initiate. Telltale signs of cheating, right? Thing is, I don't care. Over the last 6 months, I've fallen out of love with her either way, and it's obvious to myself and my family/friends that she has fallen out of love with me. Here's the thing, I don't understand though, I want an amicable divorce. She's relatively reliant on me, we both work, but her family is far away. We live in the UK and both earn similar. I told her we're basically 2 friends/roommates in a marriage, and I won't kick her out. I'm the leaseholder, it won't be hard for me to live with her, and I can't see how it'd be hard for her to live with me either. We'd just be carrying on as we are now, except not married or in a committed relationship. She's begging me not to divorce her and won't give me a straight answer as to why she doesn't want to. She just tells me she loves me and has tried several times to initiate X and has small bouts of crying fits. Am I the a-hole? Edit. The cheating stuff was just a small suggestion and a small dig at how Reddit always has those signs before cheating. I'm not convinced she is or she isn't. I don't know. Haven't accused her. Sorry for the confusion. The roommate thing is practically a mutual joke at this point. And yes, we were still friendly and spoke constantly during the 6 months. No, relationships aren't just X, but there's only so many times you can have your wife pull away from a kiss and brush off a hug until you feel like shit. Especially when it becomes impossible to talk about it as she walks off or ignores you when you mentioned it. Second edit. I'm home at 6 p.m. 4:40 p.m. now, and I'll try and get her to open up. For those wondering, the last 6 months has been hectic at work. I have spoken about the lack of intimacy, and she's teased me a few times, stuff like, we're like a friends with benefits without the benefits, but if I don't laugh it up as a joke and try to actually broach the topic, she either ignores me or leaves to play on her computer. That being said, I'll hold off on the divorce stuff. Some of the more ball-kicking comments have made me realize I'm not fighting for the marriage, but she keeps shutting down and is an anti-therapy kind of person. But I'll suggest it. Honestly, not got a clue how available therapy is in the UK. Guess I'll find out. Final edit, probably. I had a talk with her, my dad came to mediate, and it didn't take long for her to give me the truth. She wants a baby, and we figured we'd be child-free. So I got a vasectomy just before the pandemic. She said intimacy just reminded her that I had the snip and made her depressed/anxious. She and dad says it's reversible. Her best friend came over and they showed me their chat history on Discord and texts. And yes, she's been baby mad for much longer than 6 months, but was scared to tell me. We have a good support system here and her parents and sisters visit often, so we're going to have therapy assuming we can find it. And I'll look into a reverse vasectomy. For what it's worth, I'm not checked out on the marriage or flippant, and I will not put a kid through what I went through growing up. Something I told my dad straight. Yes, I resent him a little still for leaving, and he was a big reason I got the snip, and hearing that made him cry. My wife is over the moon right now, and actually crying with joy that her fears of me refusing to try for a baby were false. I know her well, despite what you might think, and she's incapable of manipulating people. Even her crying over the last few days was not like her. So I knew she was genuine. Little more info. She worked in an office pre-COVID and the office was scrapped when lockdown happened. As it wasn't necessary, small graphic design/advertisement firm, so it was rocky work from home for a while. But in end of 2022, it was clear the job was stable and with the nature of her work. She's free to do whatever at home and take breaks exactly when she needs to, which led to her wanting us to have a baby together. But she figured it wasn't possible. Intimacy went cold when she couldn't bear the fact I was snipped. The reason she brushed off my attempts to talk about the dry marriage was because she couldn't tell me truth, her words, and it makes sense. She said didn't want to lose me over it, and the divorce was the wake-up call she needed. Thanks for the replies and DMs, and honestly, even with all the not the a-hole posts, I've still felt like a prick since I brought up divorce. I just put the blinkers on and move forward when I'm stressed, so I'd given up. Now to pray my balls aren't broken for good. She knows about the post, and I just want to say thank you, Jen, for being a better person than I am, and Illy. Actual final edit. The therapy comes long before a baby. Chill.